Nursing homes in North Alabama house our parents, our family, and our friends. But they can also be putting our loved ones in harm's way. WAFF 48's Chris Joseph has spent the last 2 months pulling records on local facilities and talking to key players.
A local nursing home attorney says the conditions in local nursing homes are deteriorating. State records show numerous medical errors, unregulated tube feedings, and even a substantiated case of abuse.
If it was small children at a daycare and this was going on, there'd be a march on Washington. But this is our mothers and fathers, and it's somehow swept under the rug.
Huntsville nursing home attorney Tommy Sinyard says he's been working nursing home cases for 25 years, and the conditions his clients are seeing are only getting worse.
These aren't complicated medical procedures. It's turning somebody, it's changing them so they're not lying in their urine and their fecal matter. It's feeding them, it's watering them.
He says his office is working 3 grade 4 bedsore cases where the wounds go down to the bone. These images are so graphic, we had to blur them.
So it's not that people that work in nursing homes are evil. Contrary to that, it is that it is a for-profit business, and the less people you hire and the less trained they are and the less you pay them, the more profits you make.
Family members of North Alabama nursing home residents, both past and present, say understaffing is the root of the issue. Dinah Porch agreed to go on camera because she recently removed her mother from a nursing home.
Most of the people were just being ignored. They only had one nurse for, I'm guessing, 30 patients.
We're keeping the identities of 2 family members private because they're concerned about retaliation at the homes.
They appear, just overwhelmed out on the floor with the responsibilities, and that's their frustration shows. You see neglect. You see people sitting in feces. You see feces sitting in wheelchairs. You see bathrooms that are unkept because they're not cleaned but once every other day.
One says her father was unresponsive and the staff didn't know.
They said he had been laying there pretty much all day but did not realize that he was slow to respond.
They say call lights are going unanswered.
It was 2 hours before they answered the buzzer to take her to the restroom.
If you're having a heart attack, or if you're having any type of seizure or any type of medical issue, 5 minutes is crucial for a life or death situation.
There is no state-mandated staffing level for nursing homes. It just has to be sufficient. The Alabama Nursing Home Association represents 95% of the homes in the state, the majority of which are for profit. Wouldn't that rule allow them to seek the lowest possible staffing to ensure the highest possible profit?
Nursing homes are going to assign the staffing based on the needs of the people in charge of their care and the care plans that have been agreed to by the nursing staff, by the physician.
Spokesman John Matson says a tight labor market is the main staffing challenge. He points to the 2.6% unemployment rate in Madison, Limestone, and Morgan counties.
Right now, we could probably hire 500 or 600 LPNs across the state if they were available.
The Alabama Department of Public Health oversees nursing homes and their staffing. It declined an interview for the story, but did respond to questions via email. So I asked them, what's the department's assessment of nursing homes in the Valley? It sent me a link to the deficiencies page. So I looked at the 19 nursing homes in Madison, Limestone, and Morgan counties and analyzed their violations since just 2017. Here's a very brief synopsis. One nursing home in Morgan County had a substantiated abuse claim. Another hired a sex offender. Both nursing homes in Limestone County failed to implement an infection prevention program. Madison County saw medication errors, unregulated tube feeding, and a nursing home failing to report an unexplained injury to the state. In total, I found at least 49 different violations that put patients' health or dignity at risk.
It doesn't make the news. It doesn't make headlines. It's a crisis. It's a crisis under our feet.
If you're considering putting a loved one in a nursing home, everyone says do your homework, come at odd hours, and don't be afraid to speak up. If you have a loved one and you're concerned about mistreatment, you should reach out to the Alabama Department of Public Health. You can find its hotline and read more about the deficiencies right now on WAFF.com.